Cassava is a constant woody shrub with an edible root which grows in tropical and subtropical areas of the country. It has the ability to grow on marginal lands where cereals and other crops do not grow well. It is drought resistant. As a global player, Nigeria is set to take advantage of its potentials.
Because of our domestic demand, Nigeria has a huge comparative advantage for cassava cultivation than any other crops, and the presence of a huge domestic market for cassava is one of the greatest strengths that this country has. The land is suitable. Even on marginal soil, cassava thrives and grows in every state within Nigeria.
Cassava has been noted as a crop in the agri sector that can relaunch Nigeria into the League of Economically Viable Nations through agriculture routes. President Goodluck Jonathan's administration has left no one in doubt that the initiative is not a mere dream.
Government has no business in business, but government has business in creating platforms whereby business can thrive. One of the greatest tools you can use to create jobs is agriculture.
But Nigeria is yet to maximize its preeminent position in cassava growing. Neither is the country able to make much impact on the global cassava market. Government is, however, raising hopes through its initiative aimed at increasing and improving cassava production and developing new ways to use the crop as part of its strategy to diversify its economy away from oil.
The average ridge output in cassava field is about 14 tons per hectare. And in well-managed farms, through the introduction of improved varieties of cassava stems, output could be as high as 60 metric tons per hectare.
But some Nigerians are not convinced. They queried government's sincerity in achieving the cassava policy, pointing to the policy of palm oil, which Malaysia borrowed and used to displace Nigeria as a global player.
Well before the British colonized us, we were growing palm oil, certainly. But the huge volume came about with the huge demand by the British industries. And Nigeria found itself in that position of being one of the top producers of palm oil in the world. Malaysia, with a similar climate to ours, came and got the technology, got the seedlings, and got interested in producing palm oil. And shamefully today, we have to import palm oil from Malaysia.
Presently, cassava is primarily produced for food, especially in form of gari, lafun, fufu, and abacha, with little or no use in the agribusiness. But the crop can be processed into several secondary products of industrial market value. These products include chips, pellets, flour, adhesives, alcohol, and starch. Embracing the need for Nigeria to utilize its potentials, experts hold the view that faithful implementation of the policy can propel Nigeria to achieve industrial breakthrough.
The problem will start when we are not producing enough to feed their industries. Then they will begin to look for ways and means of trying to produce their own. So the best way to avoid China, having China as a rival, is that we continue to produce enough that China or any other country that needs the cassava will continue to buy from us.
But there are so many other countries that have a lot of arable land that is unutilized. And once, of course, they come to terms with the culture of growing cassava, just as we have, they will also grow it.
Possibly, the market is very challenging, the market is competitive, so any country in the world can develop what they are. But as we are now as Nigerians, cassava, we have a comparative advantage ahead of any other country in the world.
China's demand for cassava is expected to exceed 12 million tons by 2015 due to their large ethanol production. Experts express fear that Nigeria should wake up to reality of possible competition from other players. There is a consensus among experts that the country should develop domestic markets, diversify the use of cassava in industries, curtail the threat of virulent virus, and entrench national policies that will leverage the cassava development in the country. Ngozi Onyejiaku, AIT News, Abuja.